Hello everybody, this is Rebecca Jane from yogawithrebeccajane.com. Welcome to this 30-minute practice. So today our practice is called Silence Amongst the Trees. And I will read the quote in a moment that inspired this practice. But what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be giving you as little instruction. So don't get nervous because there are things that have been done before. It's basically getting you into a pose, and then we're breathing in as we're going to be taking several breaths. I'll tell you how many during that pose. And I will just be breathing. And then I'll take you into the next one. Get you in it, and then we'll settle down. So there'll be this sequential increase of intensity. And the purpose of this is to help us to take our nervous system down several notches, but step by step. And this gives us a sense of calm. Now this was taken from inspired by Elena Brower. And her class was Silence is Golden. So much of what I'm doing is her design of her choreography, not the most, not anything that we have to work, it's very simple and basic. But the primary thing here to take from this class, a takeaway, is how we're going to feel at the end. So we're going to start off feeling one way, and at the end, it's completely different if we're able to stay present and be quiet. When I teach classes, as I'm talking right now, I'm usually bringing people into poses, talking about modifications, da-da-da-da-da-da. But this time, it's going to be just getting you in and then nothing but breath. And we'll sit and we'll do the breathing. And also I have 2 blocks. You might need them for some of our poses, our standing poses. That's what we'd need them for. Okay, so we're going to begin with sitting. Sukhasana. This is a pose. And I will read, and I want you to close your eyes. And I'll read it's not a poem, it's a quote from Thomas Merton. No writing on the solitary, meditative dimension of life can say anything that has not already been said better by the wind in the pine trees. So no writing on solitary, meditative dimension of life can say anything that has not already been said and better by the wind in the pine trees. So we're going to just have a quiet class, but its intensity will increase. So you'll be getting some strength, flexibility. We'll be getting into the fascia. Let's sit up tall. Let's let our hands rest wherever is the most comfortable for you. And as we sit, I want you to imagine yourself in a forest, woods, and there are pine trees. And all you hear is the wind. Let's let the breath flow. 3 breaths here. You might want to follow my breath. If that's not going to work for you, then you follow your own. We're going to actually add on 2 more. And let us transition into our child's pose. Knees any shape, arms reaching in front, forehead resting on the ground. 5 breaths here. And then let's come up to all fours. Curl toes under, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Listening to the sound of the wind. Silence. And then bring your right knee behind your right wrist, coming into pigeon. Just onto forearms. Blocks are available to you, or a blanket if you need it. And just bring the palms together. 5 breaths here. And then walk your hands back up, curl the back toes under, and step right foot to right thumb. So we're coming into a runner's lunge. It's not the easiest thing to do. Get that foot forward. Hands on blocks or framing that right foot. 3 breaths here. This is your practice. Not mine, it's yours. Take one more deep breath in, and then slide your left foot in a little closer till it's flat. Open the right foot to the right. Pyramid. Blocks or no blocks. Fold over that front leg. 3 breaths here. Listening to the wind in the pine trees. And then taking from here, keep legs as they are. Bring your left hand outside of your right foot. Just slide your right hand down a little bit towards your back foot. Twisting pyramid. And let's take a deep breath in. 3 breaths here. Yin style poses, getting right into that fascia. And then walking your hands forward again, stepping back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And then bring your left knee inside your left wrist. the other side, sequence on the other side. Coming onto forearms, palms together. 5 breaths here. Notice how the brain might want to do its wandering, to create noise. Come back to the breath. Walk your hands back up. Step left foot to left thumb. Runner's lunge. 3 breaths here. Slide your right foot in, open the feet a little bit wider, pyramid. Folding over that front leg, framing that left foot with your hands. 3 breaths here. No need to rush. And then bring your right hand outside of your left foot, left hand. Just slide it down a little bit. Twisting. Pyramid. And let your head drop. 3 breaths here. And then bring the hands forward, step back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. If you ever need a child's pose in downward instead of downward facing dog, feel free. Let's take an inhale. Let's exhale. Step right foot to right thumb. We're coming right into warrior 3. So you can either keep fingertips on the ground or bring your arms next to your sides. 3 breaths here. Lowering the hands to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Think of how healthy your lungs are becoming. Now step your left foot to left thumb, warrior 3 on this side, fingers on the ground or on blocks, or lift up with arms next to your sides. 3 breaths here. Notice the mind as it gets caught up in thoughts. Keep coming back to the breath. Step back. Downward facing dog. And then inhale, plank. 5 breaths in plank, knees up or down. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Your body is in heaven right now. So happy. Step right foot to right thumb. You can take either block to the right corner of the mat or your fingertips on the mat. Come into half moon. Open that left hip. Open that left hip. Left hand starts on your sacrum. And then maybe that left arm reaches. 3 breaths here. And then lower the hands down. Less is more. That's what this is about. Step back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Notice your breath. Is it getting deeper? Left foot to left thumb. Coming into half moon on this side. Left hand on the corner of that left side of the mat. Maybe blocks or no blocks. Hands on that sacrum. Right hand on the sacrum. And then left, right arm reaches. 3 breaths here. Strength, power. And then lower the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And then step right foot to right thumb, flatten out your back foot, right knee is at a 90-degree angle, cartwheel, arms open. Warrior 2. Soften shoulders down, gazing towards the middle finger of that right hand. 5 breaths here. And then cartwheel those arms back down, step back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Feel free to bend your knees here. And then step left foot to left thumb, flatten out your back foot. Left knee is at a 90-degree angle, arms sweep out to the sides. Warrior 2. Soften shoulders down, 5 breaths. Listening to the wind in the pine trees. Silence is golden. And then lower the hands to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. You might even notice the nervous system is calm. Step right foot to right thumb, flatten out that back foot. Keep your right knee at a 90-degree angle. You can take your right hand behind your right foot on a block, on the ground, or forearm on the right thigh. Left arm lifts to the sky. Stretch over your left ear. 3 breaths here. And then lower the hands to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. And then step left foot to left thumb. Flatten out your back foot, left knee, 90-degree angle. Left arm on the left thigh or down outside your left foot. Right arm sweeps to the sky and then stretch over to the left. 3 breaths here. Stretching out the fascia quietly. Dipping into the subtle nature of ourselves. Lower the hands to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. Come onto your knees. And then cross your right knee behind your left. So they're next to each other, and open the feet wide and sit between those heels. This is not working for you. Straighten your front leg, your bottom leg, I mean. Sitting up nice and tall, taking your hands, cupping your left knee. 3 breaths here. Straighten up through the spine. Let the sit bones rest into the ground. And then gently let the eyes open, stay in this shape, just reach the hands forward, walk them until you'll reach your edge. Then take a deep breath in, and then let your chin drop. 3 breaths here. And then gently lift yourself back up, and let's come onto your hands and knees. And just uncross your legs. And then this time take left knee behind right. Open the feet wide, and then sit between those legs. Lower leg can straighten if you need it, if it's not feeling good. And then take your hands, wrap it around your right knee. Lift up nice and tall, soften shoulders. 3 breaths here. And then keep your legs as they are. Just take your arms forward. Stretch as far as you can till finally there's nowhere else to go. Take an inhale and exhale. Let the chin soften down towards your chest. 3 breaths here. And then gently slide your hands towards you. Uncross your legs, straighten those legs. Folding forward. Stretching through the backs of the legs. We're going to be here for 10 breaths. Just feel the breath as it fills your back, and then listen to the sound of the wind in the trees. And then just gently lift yourself back up. Slide your bottom towards your feet, coming onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest. Let the knees drop over to the left, arms out. To the sides, palms up. 3 breaths here. Turn and gaze to the right. And then pick your knees back up. Give yourself a hug. And let the knees drop over to the right. Turn and gaze to the left. 3 breaths here. And then bring the knees back up towards you. Give yourself a hug. 2 options. You could go into your Shavasana with the legs extended. Or you could come up and do your Sukhasana. Have that your resting pose. Neither are better than the other. And if you'd like, if you're doing your Sukhasana, you're doing your cross-legged seat, half a lotus. Take the right foot inside your left hip crease, maybe double. And then settle the breath here. So there's no more Ujjayi breath, just the silence. And you might decide to stay longer in your Shavasana or come up and sit for another few minutes in your Sukhasana, your cross-legged seat, maybe half a lotus. And be quiet and still. Listen to the wind in the pine trees. And as I bring my hands in front of my heart to seal this practice, I hope you enjoyed it. You're feeling nice and relaxed and calm. If you did, thumbs up, comment below, subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.